Alright friends, I had to spend some time messing with the tires. I think we are ready to go. I don't even know if seatbelts were standard in 1970. I imagine they were. The guy who did the rebuild for me put in these airplane style ones that are kind of a bear to put on sometimes. See, airplane style. You just clip it like that. Pretty easy to get on and to get off. All right, and now I'm ready to go. Wish me luck. All right, she goes good in first gear. Let's see if she'll go. She's been running for a minute. And I redid the whole fuel system basically, except the fuel lines themselves. And then stops. Shifts nice. Straightaway, I'm going to try to open it up into third and even fourth gear, because around this neighborhood the best I can really do is second. And they have little tick marks on the speedometer that tell you when you should shift. So when you get to the first tick mark, which is kind of about 15 miles an hour, that's the optimum shifting point, then you shift from second to third when you're doing about maybe 31 miles an hour, and then when you get to about 45 you can go into fourth gear, and that's all you got. Not like all your modern 5 to 6 speed cars. I got that 2012 Turbo Beetle 6-speed manual transmission, a true blast to drive. I really enjoy that car. This car definitely not as refined, not necessarily as comfortable, don't even have air conditioning. Breakdowns will happen when you drive a classic car. That's just kind of what you deal with. Do a little heel toe. Sometimes when you make a hard stop, the fuel will slosh in the carburetor bowl and you'll be in all kinds of trouble. Let's see what she can do. We have a thing in the air-cooled VW community. Unless you have a heavily modified engine like a 1776 or 1832 with turbo and all the other accoutrements, if you're driving stock, you'll get to 0 to 60 eventually. We're going to get her into fourth gear here. torque a little bit. I might be running a little lean. I need to enrich it a little bit. See? How about that? We got in fourth gear. So now we know this car can do it. Then when I'm slowing down, I like to just kind of coast through neutral. Of course, if it's flat, don't be doing this downhill. Even though it's full synchro mesh, I still like to double clutch when I'm downshifting. I don't see how that would hurt. Yeah, this car sounded pretty good. Like I said, I'm not completely satisfied. I still got a tinker around. I got my major victory was getting the idle screw. That's a small one. You use a little flathead for that. That just to get to idle was a major win, and I had to have my wife help me holding the throttle and restarting the car every time it stalled. But I finally got it. And then I worked the volume control screw, which controls your mixture. So I might be running a little bit lean. I'm going to have to see how the temps feel after this short little drive. And when you see people, they're going to wave at you, so you honk the horn. I'm basically at the lower end of where I should be in third gear, doing about 31, 32 per the speedometer, which we all know speedometers aren't very accurate, especially on a car of this vintage here. So now we're just going to hit the roundabout. Since we're already rolling, I'll start off in second. Sloppy, but I had replaced the bushing some time ago, so it's not too bad. You're not going to have to search for the gear. You know what I mean? 'Cause I've driven some old beaters where you didn't even know where the gear was. You knew which gear you were in when you let off the clutch, and if it started revving way the hell high, you knew you were in the wrong gear. Trying to upshift. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to miss this car. I had 15 years of fun with it, but it's time for me to cross that midlife crisis. Never thought I would do it. I've always been a Japanese bike guy, but I'm going to get a Harley out of this trade. Even trade, no extra cash. So, yeah, tomorrow my main thing is I'm going to start off with the engine stone cold, and I will give a tutorial on how to adjust the valve clearance on this. It involves using feeler gauges. Not a very tough job or anything. But you have to do it with the engine stone cold, because once everything heats up and expands, you want to have a little bit of tapping. If you're not having any tapping, that means valves ain't closing all the way, and that's bad juju for any engine. That's how you burn out exhaust valves. That's how you screw up intake valves, and it runs like caca. Alright, now I'm going down. So see, I made it all the way into fourth gear. Now we're going to start in first again. See, You only need to get in the second gear when you're doing residential speeds, 25 or what have you. If I still have this on Sunday, I might drive it to church. Maybe I'll leave it there, and Jamie can meet me there, and we can do the handoff. All right, and we are just about back home. Like that. Park it in the garage. Okay, so I do follow Bring a Trailer, and what people always want to hear is a cold start and a hot start. So what you heard earlier was a cold start, and I mean in Florida, yeah, it's like 90 something degrees out. This car was certified in the winter. Just give it a little bit of throttle and you'll be good to go. For a warm start, especially after you've been sitting for 15 minutes, slowly push it to the floor and just hold it there, and it should fire right up. See, just like that. And there you go. That's Test Ride in Herbie. If I drive this to church on Sunday, maybe we do that trade that day. We'll talk later, Jamie. Bye now.